is Living Power with Dan Hurst.
Jesus breaks it down into 4 simple statements. He says that, first of all, you have to be born physically and spiritually to enjoy the kingdom of God. That which is physical is not spiritual. This is a very important thing for us to really kind of key in on. The world, much of the world today feels that there's some sort of spiritual value in certain physical things. And when Jesus says that which is born of the flesh is flesh and that which is born of the spirit is spirit, he says there's 2 completely different things. So when man tends to give spiritual meaning to physical things, he's out of bounds. So in other words, and people do this, they consider certain physical places in the world to have some sort of spiritual value or sacred value because of something special that's happened there. But Jesus says it's not that at all. What is physical is physical. What is spiritual is spiritual. We give certain people who have certain physical or cognitive strengths some sort of spiritual value. There are religions that are built on people who have some sort of insight or cognitive value of some sort. And we give them spiritual value. Or people that, or things that are unexplained or premonitions or visions that are relative to physical conditions. We look at those and say, well, people who have those have some sort of spiritual value. And Jesus is saying, no, they don't. What is physical is physical. What is spiritual is spiritual. That which is flesh will continue in the flesh. That which is physical will continue the cycle of physical law. But that which is spiritual, that which is born of the Spirit of God, will continue in the nature of the Spirit of God. In other words, it will be controlled by spiritual law. So the physical will be controlled by the physical law. The spiritual will be controlled by the spiritual law. Now this is really, really important because what we're going to be looking at as we progress here is we're going to see that Jesus is drawing this analogy between the physical and the spiritual through this whole passage. Because as Jesus says, you cannot combine the two and make the two one, or say that something physical is spiritual, because they're 2 completely different things. But man knows that there is a spiritual side to life. Man knows this. He may reject it, but he knows that there is a spiritual side to life.